Legacy. Somebody once asked Muhammad Ali how he wanted to be remembered. After he'd passed, what did he want people to say about him? And this is what he said: as a man who never sold out his people. As the news filters through today that this great man has passed away, today I want to share what lessons I've learned from his legacy, because he set some examples for us to follow. This was someone who was fighting to the end, battling parkinsons. Even though he probably knew what was coming, he chose to still keep showing up and doing what he could to make a difference. From going to charity events and making public appearances with the little strength in his body and the blood in his veins, he did what he could. He was someone who was a social reformer. He went beyond his own vocation. He understood that it wasn't just about fighting in the ring alone, but on civil rights, political defiance, and just being real. This was someone who stuck to his principles, so much so that it cost him his heavyweight title, because he'd rather lose that, the ultimate accolade of his profession that he'd worked years to achieve, than fight and kill people as a soldier in Vietnam. Do you know how hard that would be for most people? Especially when you've come from nothing, to have it all taken away. When you follow the truth of your convictions, your real convictions, there's going to be a cost. And when the time comes for you to pay that price, are you still willing to believe? Are you still willing to stay loyal? This was someone who left everything in the ring, from the Thriller in Manila to his final moments. But most of all, he knew his history. He was a champion boxer, but he knew the game he was playing in. In his own words, they don't look at fighters to have brains. They don't look at fighters to be businessmen or human or intelligent. Fighters are just brutes that come to entertain the rich white people, beat up on each other and break each other's noses and bleed and show off like two little monkeys for the crowd, killing each other for the crowd, and half the crowd is white. We're just like two slaves in that ring. The masters get two of us big old black slaves and let us fight it out while they bet my slave can whoop your slave. That's what I see when I see two black people fighting. And let me be real, this scene still repeats itself today. We just don't know that we're slaves and who we're enslaved to. So my biggest lesson from Ali is this: everyone has heard the quote, "Fly like a butterfly." Yeah, we got the t-shirt, cool. But what they haven't heard and what you won't remember is the next part, the most important part. His hands can't hit what his eyes can't see. And Ali, he saw it all. His opponent, the racism, the injustice, the trauma, the pain, you know the rest. Your hands can't hit what your eyes can't see. So I encourage you, see clearly, people. Know yourself, know the environment around you, and know who your real opponent genuinely is. Otherwise, you'll be throwing jabs at the wrong person completely. Peace.